Good morning, cubies and newbies. I am Sunshine. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Today, I have mirror cubes. I've got 4 the same size and shape. I've got a 2x2 and I've got a 5x5. 5x5 is 3D printed and just hand glued over a normal 5x5, and I don't know if it's commercially available. I bought it over the internet. It's hard to do though because it doesn't line up, and the more layers you have, the harder it is to get it all to line up. So this is an exercise in frustration when I do that. I'm hoping I can find one that's magnetized once they become as time goes on. Let's see here. Good morning, baby Lily. Nice to see you. Okay, so one thing I like about the 5x5, about the mirror cubes, is that you can, they're the same size and shape. So if you do the same pattern, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You can connect them like a jigsaw puzzle. 3D. Now tell me I'm lying. There you go. I'm doing checkerboard on 2 sides, with the top and the bottom layer being the moved side. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Nope, that's 12. This way. There we go. Haha. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? I have 4 mirror cubes. I think I have one more, the silver one, but then I've got this, the 2x2. This 2x2 is mirrored, and so you can kind of look at it and see the lines on it, and so you can either have them lined up correctly or you can have them not lined up correctly. The thing about the 3x3 mirror cube, every cube is individual, a different shape. But with the 2x2, if you look at it, the small piece and the big piece are the same, are actual equally sized cubes. So these 3 pieces are the same size. Some of the pieces are the same size. But there's that. So let's scramble. Okay. Dooby-dooby-doo. Good morning. Okay. So I have 4 mirror cubes, which you can which you can use as a to stack. You can use as a jigsaw puzzle to create them. It looks like this one is slightly either the short side is shorter or the long side is shorter, because these twins match up correctly and this one doesn't. So there's something different about this piece than the other pieces. Yeah. So that's this one. It's not this one. This one's the same. So there's something wrong with my GAN cube. GAN. It is shorter. The long edge is shorter. Is it? Yes, it is indeed a smidgen shorter. Is the long piece, short piece, the same size? Short piece is the same size. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just doing checkerboard on 2 sides. Then is it shorter? No. Yeah, it is. It's a little bit shorter. Just a little bit. No, it doesn't seem to be. I can't tell. All right, going to leave leave this one. This one has a double solve. You can solve it by shape or you can solve it by color. So let's solve it by color. Start with yellow. Here's a yellow corner. This one has yellow on it, so formula A. We'll bring it to the top. Okay. Slide the top to keep it protected and keep going. This one has a yellow. Formula A. We'll bring it to the top. Yellow's on top, slide it out of the way, keep going. No yellow here or here, so I rotate the bottom by quarter turns until there's a yellow in one of these 2 spots, and there it is. And formula A, we'll bring it to the top. The inverse of formula A will also do that, but I don't, and you can intuit that yourself, but I don't teach the inverses so that there's fewer things to learn, and then you can, from that, you can, from what this method, pick up any cube, put it down, solved, and after that you can do whatever you want to as far as what interests you in the cubing world. I had one guy I taught went on to he became a speed solver. But then he went on to he has the most fun with the fewest moves challenge. So he went in that direction. Okay, white, white, white. Rotate the top, keep the cube stable. If you keep the cube stable, then once the white's on top on all 4 corners, the yellow will still be correct. Okay, so, all right. Yellow and white are left and right. Going to work on, oh, sorry. Okay, yellow's on top. Now we look at the sides. Orange does not equal blue, red equals red, green does not equal orange. So at this point in time, one of three things is always going to happen. Either none of the sides match, all of the sides match, or one side matches. You can't ever have any other situation unless you've been peeling stickers off, in which case don't do that. Okay, so matching side faces away from you as if it were headlights in a car you're driving. We're going to do Formula B to move 3 pieces around. It's going to move these ones over here and this one over here, so it keeps these ones in the same correct position to each other, and it has the effect of these two switching, but you're never moving 2 pieces, you're always moving 3. So slide up, slide up, slide down, and Formula A to bring your yellow back to the top. When yellow's on top, slide it. Now, if you begin with headlights, after you do B and A, you will have the sides will match. So the corners first 4 corners will be correct to each other, or the second 4 corners, depending on which ones you're working on. If none of them match to begin with, after you do B and A, then you will have the one side that matches, and you'll know which way to hold it. This one, the blue side matches, so face it away. Slide up, slide down, and Formula A to bring the white back to the top. Slide the top to protect it, keep going. We're abandoning the yellows until the white is on top on all 4 corners, and the yellows have resolved themselves. So now the first 4 corners are correct, second 4 corners are correct, and we move the top row until it matches with the bottom. And now the 8 corners are correct. Ta-da! I love working with this one. Okay. Good morning. If you've just joined me, I am Sunshine. I'm playing with my mirror cubes today. So we've got the corners done. This is a double solve. You can solve it by shape, or you can solve it by color. So right now I'm solving by color. So we've got the corners are done, and so now we're going to work on the opposite edges. The yellow and white are left and right as I hold the cube, and I look for yellow or white somewhere in the rows between the columns between the corners, depending on, for the 3x3, of course, there's only one. For larger ones, there's more, but we're looking for yellow or white. So here's one. It's on the front. I want it to be on top, so I flip the cube. Yellow and white are still left and right, but in the other direction. So the corners match the front. It's going in. We determine which is going into the yellow direction. So the red and yellow edge will land above the red and yellow something corner. So Formula B is 8 moves. Formula B was 4 moves. For every left there's a right, for every up there's a down. Same with Formula B, but it's 8 moves, and we use the top row and 2 columns. And for the corners, it was the outside columns. For the edges, because you're using the columns that touch the piece you want to move. For this piece, it wants to land over here. The first column is going to be where it's going to land, so this column, and the second column is where it begins, so this column. We start by moving, it's going to go this way, so we start by moving it away from the action. And you go up, in, up, away, down, in, down. That is actually the mirror of what you see on the formula right there. Here's another piece. Okay, it's white on top. Bring the corners to match the front, and this one's going in the left direction. So it is the verbatim of the Formula B, what it looks like right there. So we start by moving this piece. So we've got the first column and the second column, and we start by moving it away from where it wants to be, up, back, and now it's placed. And then the reverse of everything. Isn't it confusing? Aren't mirror cubes so confusing? Okay, so that one's placed. Here's another piece. Bring the corners to match the front. Yellow and white are left and right as dictated by the corners. And it's going in the yellow direction, so it's the mirror of what you see right there. It's the first column, second column, start by moving away. So up, up, down, down, and that one's placed. Here's a white. It's in front. I want it to be on top, so I flip the cube, but yellow and white are still left and right. Bring the corners to match the front. It's going in the white direction, so this way. So first column, second column, start by moving away. First up, second, oops, second up, first down, second down. If this one had magnets like my ABCube, I would be in love. Okay, so that's placed, that's placed. No yellow or white here, there's yellow here. Again, it's on front and I want it to be on top, so I flip it, but yellow and white are still left and right. Corners match the front. It's going in this direction. Away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. As always, if you have any questions or comments or want to talk to me, or tell me your favorite method, or how long, where you're streaming from, or how long you've been streaming, how long you've been cubing, please feel free. I love to chat more than I love to monologue, so feel free to talk to me. This one has no yellow or white. This one has no yellow or white. This one has a white. So bring the corners to match the front. It's going in this direction. So away, first column is where it will land. Back, second column is where it began. And down, and down. And it's placed. Here's another white, but I want it on top. Bring the corners to match the front. Yellow and white are still left and right. It's going in this direction, so away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. And no yellow or white, no yellow or white here, no yellow or white here, no yellow or white here. So the yellow or whites are no longer in the middle. Now is when I assess. So I look at the whites. Yep, those are all correct. Actually, they're correct on top. Are they correct on the sides? Yes, they are. Yellows are correct on top. Are they correct on the sides? Because some of them might have been placed in the wrong position and not have escaped my attention. So if one of them was incorrect, like if this one was flipped, I would take a garbage piece and put it into that spot, which would move that piece into the middle, where I can then place it correctly. So it's still everything you do on a cube can be solved with just formula A and formula B, without exception. The fake exception, the pretend exception, the lie exception is when you have a parity. A parity is when there are two pieces and only two pieces of the same layer that need to be switched, because formula B will always switch three pieces around. If there's only two that need to switch, you have a lie. It is caused by an incorrect a center slice being a quarter turn off, which you can tell if it's a quarter turn off if it's the absolute center, but if it's any other center row, it can be everything but the edges can be visually solved that way. So if you have a parity, the slice that touches the parity is a quarter turn off. Make that one quarter turn, solve your edges again in that orientation, and your parity has disappeared. Poof, you don't have to memorize parity algorithms, but you can if they're fun. So yellow and white are done. And so now I'm still working on edges, but the opposite edges are done, so now I'm going to work on the side edges. So white goes face down. And I look. This one's not correct, this one's not correct, this one's not correct, this one's not correct. None of them are correct. So I can displace any one of them. I'm going to save this one for the last so I can show you how that works. So I'm going to pick any piece that's incorrect on the side edge. I'm going to displace a yellow into that spot, because we've established that formula B for edges moves the piece from the top front to a side front. So we want to get a piece, one of the edge pieces, to the front where where we can work on it. So I'm going to do that by displacing this yellow. So slide up, slide up, slide down, and sure enough, now white is going to stay face down for the rest of the rest of the edges. If you have a bigger cube, you do the centers are still not solved. But so we're looking for on top a piece that's on the top row but not the top color. So the top row is color is yellow. So we're looking for a piece on top that's not yellow. At this point in time, we're ignoring everything else on the top. We're only looking at this one piece. We're ignoring everything else on top. So when I hold this cube, hold this row, so that I can place this piece, I hold the top row, I move the rest of the cube. I've got my center lined up before I start. So I rotate the rest of the cube until the corners match the front, and corners this time we're only looking at the bottom corners because we're ignoring the top row. So corners match the front. It's the other top color is green, so it's going to move in the green direction. So the green and orange will land above the green and orange something. So it's going this direction, not this direction. So we follow Formula B. If we were going this way, we do the mirror of Formula B. But either way, top row, 2 columns. First column is where it wants to land. Second column is where it begins. So I start by moving it away from the action. It's going to land here, so I start by moving it away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. And that is placed. And now this piece went to the back here. So I'm looking for the space on top piece that's not the top color. It's right here. It's hard to hold the mirror cube stable. Okay, so rotate the cube till the corners match the front. Determine its direction by the top color and first column, second column. Slide up, slide up, slide down, slide down. Hello, kitty. Yeah, okay, this yellow is going to go bippity-boppity back and forth as we move 3 pieces at a time. Corners match the front. It's going in the orange direction. Away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. Okay. And look at the, okay, and the yellow found its way back to the top. So I set the top and I reassess. When the yellow finds its way back to the top, whether it's correct or incorrect, as long as it's on the top layer, we reassess. So this one is correct, this one is correct, this one is correct, this one is not. So these two both need to be flipped. But it's still done the same way as if they're just displaced. So I'm going to displace this incorrect yellow into the incorrect spot using Formula B. And then it's on the back, so I bring it back to the front. And this time I can place it again, blue and red above the blue and red. And so we've used 3 pieces twice, and so those are the 2 that needed to be switched, plus a spare piece that was used twice, one for each formula. And there we go. So, ta-da! All right. Okay. So that's by color. I can't put it away until I solve it by shape too. Let's do this one first. All right, so I usually, when I'm working with the mirror cubes, when I'm working with the regular colored cube, I start with yellow. When I'm working with a size cube, mirror cube, I start with the largest pieces. So I look at this cube, so I hold it in my hand, and where it pokes me, that's the largest piece. So this piece is the largest piece. So I'm going to find other pieces that are the same size. I'm going to bring them to the top, the first 4 corners. So this is the right side. This is not the right size. This one has a tall piece. So Formula A will bring the tall side to the top. Out, down, in, up. Out, down, in, up. Out, down, in, up. Still not on top. So we're going by shape, not by, because shape's all we got. There, okay, it's on top. So by shape, the long side's on top. Okay, slide the top to protect it. Keep going. This looks like a long piece, tall piece. Okay, just got to do formula A until it's on top. There we go. So, long side is on top on all four corners. Look to see if they're correct. And this piece is not correct. Now, like I said, the big piece is square, the little piece is cube, the little piece is cube. The other ones are rectangular. So this is not the correct long side, because this says there's a long side this way and a long side this way. So this one is not the correct piece that goes here. It was just pretended to be it. Really, this one goes over here or somewhere else. So I'm going to I need to look for another long, tall piece. Let's see if this is the one. And it looks like it is. I'm going to ignore the lines on this just to get it done. So the first four corners are correct to each other. Now I put that face down. Now I'm doing the second four corners, and I'm looking for to bring. I need to twist them until the short is on top on all four sides. Now I can't twist one corner. I have to twist more than one corner. If I twist this one has only, well, let's see. So I'm going to twist this one, and I'm going to finish with this one because this one, as every side is correct face up. So I'm going to twist this one and then this one, so I can have short on top. Formula A, that's 1. Formula A, that's 2. Slide the top to protect it. Formula A, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now, do any of the sides match? No. Formula B moves 3 pieces around. If none of the corners match, I need to use formula B. Slide up, slide down, and then formula A to bring the pieces back to the top again. Three, 4, 5, 6, and now, so 6, my bottom is the same. So now these sides match. These ones need to be switched because this one fits here and this one fits there. So we need to formula B again. There's a little more 1, 2. I can't talk and solve at the same time. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it's a little more, it's less intuitive when several of the pieces are the same shape. So this one is square, cubish, this one's cubish, and all of these, then these two are the same shape, and these two are the same shape. So you've got to, it's a little less intuitive. So this one, all right. So it's solved by color, I have to solve by shape, and again, the easiest opposite colors to use are the tallest and the shortest, because there's less differentiation in the side edges of that, because there's 6 distances from the center, and this one only has 2 distances from the center. So 6 distances from the center, the tallest and shortest are going to be the easiest to find. So this one looks like it's tall. So I'm going to verify, because I'm going to check the centers to see whether, because there's 6 centers, I'm going to make sure, verify that it's the same. So this is 1 orientation, 2 orientation, 3 orientation, 4 orientations, 5 orientations, and 6 orientations. So this is the tallest center as measured by this cube. So this is indeed one of the tallest side. So now I need to see this. This one looks tall. I'm gonna flip it and see if it matches the center. So I'm finding the 4 tall corners now. So formula A will bring it to the top. That's 1, 2, and yep, that's the same. It's the same size. Slide the top. This one, yes, it also is a tall. So formula A So bring it to the top. Okay, that one's, so these three are tall, this one's not yet. Slide the top, keep going. This is not tall, this is not tall. Slide the bottom. That is not tall. This one is the tall one. So I'm Formula A to bring it to the top. As my voice dies. Not really. 2. It's hard to line it up to bring things to the top. 3, 4, 5. It's always 5 or less because 6 gets you back to how you started. So, long side is on top on all 4 sides. So we'd like to see if any of the sides match. This side does not match. This side does not match. This side matches. So one side matches, all of them match, or none of them match. The matching side faces to the back, and we do Formula B. It's going to move these 3 pieces around, which is going, so these will be in the same position relative to each other, but this piece is going to be over there, which is going to have the effect of switching these 2 pieces, but you're never switching 2, you're always moving 3. So slide up, slide up, slide down, and the Formula A to bring the long side back to the top again. That's 1, out, down, in, up, 2. Slide the top, keep going. Out, down, in, up, 3, out, down, in, up, 4. Slide the top, keep going. Out, down, in, up, 5. Out, down, in, up, 6. Okay, so what longest is back to the top, and the sides match each other now. So the first 4 corners are done. Okay, first 4 corners face down. Going to do the second 4 corners. This one's not, this is the short, this short one's on top. So I'll start with that one there. I'm going to use Formula A to bring the short to the top on all of these. So out, down, in, up. So Formula A 1. Formula A 2, there it is. Slide it, keep going. 3. Formula A 4, there it is. Slide it, keep going. 5, 6. Okay, so short is on top on all 4 sides. Long is still happy. These 2 do not match. These 2 do not match. These 2 do not match. These ones do. So the matching side goes to the back. Formula B switches them around. Up, up, down. B for corners. So it's working on corners. Corners is the outside columns. And then long is still happy. Formula A to twist them again. Bring the short side back to the top. 2. Slide the top, keep going. Out, down, and up. 3. Out, down, and up. 4. Slide the top, keep going. Out, down, and up. 5. Out, down, and up. 6. There we go. So, first 4 corners are still correct to each other. Second 4 corners are now correct to each other. And the sides by shape match. So now all we're going to need to do is see if the front top matches the bottom. And it does. So the 8 corners are correct to each other. These 8 corners are done. Yay! All right. I usually say yellow and white are left and right, but it's the long and short of it are left and right now. So I'm looking for pieces in the middle that look like they're the long or the short. This one does not. This one looks like it might be a long. Let me slide it to see if it does. It does match. So this is a long one, and it goes to this side. So I match the front. Bring the corners to match the front. It does match by size. So this is going this direction. So Formula B, first column, second column. I start by moving away. Up, up, down, down. And that seems to be correctly placed. Okay, keep going. Is that long or short? Doesn't look like it. This one looks short, and it matches the front, so it's going in this direction. The first column, second column. Slide up, slide up, slide down, and that one's placed. That's 2. This one looks long. Wow, they're all lined up already. Verify the size. Yes, it does match. Can you see? Yes, it does match. So this is going in this direction. Slide up, slide up, slide down, slide down. Every other move is horizontal. Every other horizontal is the reverse of the one before it. So formula A and B are mathematical zeros. So they only move the pieces you want to move. Which means it's the same method, same formula, whether it's the first pieces you're setting or the last pieces you're setting, doesn't matter. It's still all just formula A and formula B. Which means that with the beginner's method and every other solving method that I have found, maybe there's others, not only do you have to memorize the algorithm, you have to memorize what that algorithm does, because it's like, is this the algorithm that moves these ones, or is this the one that goes clockwise or counterclockwise? You have to remember that in your head. So you remember the algorithm, what the algorithm does, and which order to use the algorithms, because this algorithm has this collateral damage, so you have to do this one first. And with that, you don't have to do that with this. You do have to do that with the minxes. There is an order of operation for the minxes using the AB method, and that is that the star pieces have to be done before the non-star pieces, because if one of your two columns for column B is the center, it has ancillary movement of the non-star pieces as well. So if you do the non-star pieces first and then the star pieces, you have to redo the non-star. But if you do the star first and then these ones can be done without moving the star cannot be done without moving these ones. So there's an order of operations for the minxes, but A and B method, ABCube method still works for those as well. So back to my cube. This not short. This is not a short one or long one. This is not a short or a long. This is not a short or a long. This is not a short or a long. So we have to reassess, and this one is a short or long, but not in the right place. So I'm going to take a garbage piece and displace it where this piece is, and then this piece will be in the middle where I can work on it. So I'm keep my short and long of it, left and right. Formula B to displace an incorrect spot on the side. And now, there it is. So I think that this is a long. Yes, it is a long. Okay, so we keep the corners together till the sides match the front. That does not. That does. Sides match the front. It's going in this direction. Slide up, slide up, slide down, slide down. Okay, this is not. Is this a long one? Nope. Okay, this is not a shorter long. This is not a shorter long. This is the short one. Active color on top, active shape on top. Bring the corners to match the front by shape. Okay, these ones match. It's going in this direction. So start by moving away. First up, second up, first down, second down, and this one is placed. This looks long. Bring the corners to match the front. There we go. Okay. Verify that it does indeed fit there. It does. So first column, second column, start by moving away. First up, first down, second down. All of my longs are placed. I'm still missing one short, so let's find it. There it is. Short on top. Bring the corners to match the front. And this is going in this direction. Up, up, down, down, and the opposite edges are now placed. I'm going to, now's when I put my white side face down and I keep working on the side edges. The face down is going to be the long side, because that way it can set stable. If it was the short side, anyway, so I'm going to work with short sides. I'm going to this edge is not correct, this edge is not correct, this edge is not correct, and this edge is not correct. So all of them need to be moved. I'm going to work with the shortest, the smallest small piece, because it's easy for me to spot. So I'm going to displace this incorrect piece with this short piece. That will move this piece to the top, where I can then place it to the side. So start by displacing a correct piece. And we're going to place the side edges until that short piece comes back to the top layer. It can come back in the correct orientation, or it can come back in incorrect orientation. It doesn't matter, as long as that short comes back to the top, then we assess the sides again. So this one's a short one. We're looking for the piece on top that's not short, which is this one. First thing to do is bring the corners to match. Okay, the center is lined up. We want that to be. So we're going to hold the top row. We're going to rotate the entirety of the cube except for the top row until the corners match the front. Side matches the front. So this does not match. This does not match. This does not match. This one does. So corners match the front. And it's going either this way or this way. Clearly it's not this one, it's going in this direction. So we've established that it's corners match the front, it's going in this direction. So it's formula B, first row, first column, second column, starts by moving away. So slide up, slide up, slide down, and this one is placed. And we have a non-top piece on the top that we can then place next. Corners match the front. This one does not. This one does. So here. So it's going this way or this way. It's not that direction. It is this direction. But as the sides get closer in shape, it gets harder to tell. So you just have to test it. So this one's going here. First column, second column. Slide up. Slide up, slide down, and this one's placed. Find a not short piece on the short side. We keep going until the short side that I displaced comes back to the top. So this one is not, the corners do not match. This one, corners do not match. This one, corners match. Corners match. This one's already solved, so clearly it's going in this direction. Slide up. Slide up, slide down, okay, and our short side came back to the top again, so now we reassess. Okay, it's not correct, but it's at the top, so we reassess. This side is correctly placed, this side is correctly placed, this side is correctly placed, this side is not. So these are two columns need to be flipped. They're in their correct place, but they need to be flipped. So I bring the incorrect piece to the front, and I'm going to put this one here to displace this to the top so I can work on it. Okay. And then I bring it to the front, line it up again, and place it correctly. And both sides have now been flipped. At the top, and we're done. Yay! All right. So where are all you guys from? I would love to know where everyone is from that I'm talking to, because it fascinates me. I'm living in the future. This is the stuff that we dreamed about when we watch Jetsons on TV. Live streaming is miraculous, you guys. Take it for granted. All right, so this one's done. I've done both solved. I solved it by color and I solved it by shape. Does anybody have any questions or comments for me before I sign off and go feed my cat? Okay, I assume that you're, pop up. I don't want to know about you. I assume all of you are getting ready for your day. Thank you for letting me be a part of it. I appreciate you guys. Go have a fun day and be nice to yourself, and I will be back tomorrow. I've been thinking about coming in at unscheduled times to play some games. I will let you know in my streaming message if I'm not cubing, so you don't have to. if what I'm doing does not interest you, then you don't have to come. But if If you want to, you're welcome. All right, bye you guys. Go have a good day.